So problems and pain are negative ideas. So to say a few problems or a little pain means some, and it's a negative idea. Also, when we say few or little, this can also change its meaning depending whether or not the sentence is positive or negative. Take a look at these examples. They have few friends. He has little money. Few and little here have a negative meaning with positive ideas, so we use them in a way to mean not enough. Let's look at the meaning of the next two sentences. They have few problems. We have little pain. Now here, few and little are used with negative ideas. So it means a small amount, which is good, a small amount of negative ideas. Okay, let's practice using quantifiers with some sentences. Alberto, what do you think life will be like in the future?
I think a lot of people are going to live longer because scientists will discover new medicine.
All right, very good. Sylvia, what do you think the future will be like?
I think that some robots will work for people.
Okay. Linda, what do you think that life will be like in the future?
In a few years, most people will have computers at home.
All right, good. Alberto, how many people will live in cities in the future?
I think most of the people will live in cities in the future.
All right, very good. Sylvia, how much land will those cities take?
I think the cities will take a lot of land.
All right. Linda, do you think people will have a lot of problems?
Yes, I think most people will have problems.
What kinds of problems will they have?
They'll have problems with space for houses.
Okay. Sylvia, what do you think?
I think all cities will be dirty.
Alberto, what do you think?
I think a few people will be very rich and many will be poor.
Okay. Anything more, Sylvia?
Maybe there will be few parks for them. Where will they play football?
Good question. Anything else, Linda?
I think there'll be too many people and too little space.
Doesn't sound very good, does it? Well, you have all done very well. Now we are going to look and listen.
Look and listen.
Some astronauts will live on space stations. A few space stations will go around the Earth. Many people will live on the moon. A few people will live in the country. Most people will live in cities.
Read and repeat. Listen and write.
Now it's time to listen and write. Listen and write the sentences. In the future, people will live on the moon. Lots of people are going to work at home in the future. How many planets will people travel to? Scientists are going to invent new machines. People are going to live on space stations. Most people will get married. Some people will work in space. How many planets will people live on? I am going to meet a few friends later this evening. People will spend little time cooking. Now check your work. In the future, people will live on the moon. Lots of people are going to work at home in the future. How many planets will people travel to? Scientists are going to invent new machines. People are going to live on space stations. Most people will get married. Some people will work in space. How many planets will people live on? I am going to meet a few friends later this evening. People will spend little time cooking. Now, read the story and answer the questions about it.
Read and answer.
We all sometimes think about what the future is going to be like. Many people think that life in the future is going to be very different. A lot of people say that scientists will invent machines that look like people, and these machines will also be able to talk and move like people. We call these machines robots. If scientists invent robots, will most people feel happy about living and working with machines that can talk and think? Some people think that we will use robots to do dangerous and difficult jobs. Some people also think that scientists in the future will discover new medicines. They will help people live a long time. We don't know how many years people will live, but they are probably going to live longer than now. In the future, a few special people, astronauts, will live and work in space. Scientists will build space stations which will travel around the Earth. Some astronauts will also travel to other planets, and maybe one day some people will live all their lives on other planets. Hundreds of years later, no one will remember our home planet, the Earth. Maybe we don't know what will happen, but it is certain that the world is going to be a very different place. Now, answer these questions about the reading. What will we call machines that can think and move like people? Who will invent these machines? How many people say that scientists will invent machines that think and act like people? How will we use robots? What will scientists discover that will help people to live a long time? Which special people will live and work in space?